guys, welcome to a way over long review that I have been promising, I think, since my, September wrap-up. And that is a review and a discussion of the Veronica Mars novels. Now, if you don't know, I really like Veronica Mars, and I should have actually worn the shirt that I got from supporting the Kickstarter movie. I didn't, but whatever. Know that I did support the Kickstarter for the movie. I have watched all 3 seasons like a million times. And I, of course, read the novels. And back in September, when I wasn't doing a lot of reading, I reread them, promised you guys a discussion about the different mediums that Veronica Mars has gone through, and then never did it because you're welcome. Can't stick to a schedule to save my life. So, to start off with, if you don't know what Veronica Mars is, please go to your Amazon Prime account now and watch all 3 seasons. I will be here when you get back. And then there's, the movie, so watch that, and then read the novels, and then come back. Alright, you could be a while, so I'm just gonna keep going. The TV show is a little bit of a sassy noir drama about a spunky blonde female detective named Veronica, and the adventures that she goes on. Think of like Nancy Drew, but with way more serious themes, but also a lot snarkier and a lot funnier. And just really good acting, really good characters, really good plots. The first season is about her trying to solve the murder of her best friend while also solving like mini plots each episode, and it goes from there. And it's so good. So good, and I love it. So that was a TV show. It only aired for 3 seasons because it wasn't like that much of a darling for the network, for the rating. It jumped around networks a little bit, and then 3 seasons, it went off the air. So about 10 years later, the cast of this show, still super dedicated to it, goes and they make a movie. And all of your favorite characters are back, and it's really amazing, and it's awesome, and it's sassy, and it's great because the 2 characters that I really wanted to get back together.
Poor Piz. Poor Piz.
Not poor Piz.
Poor Piz.
Piz is boring. I love Logan so much. Anyways, spoiler alert. After that, there was some discussion of like, will it be a TV show again? Will it be another movie? And I think that the cast and the creator, Rob Thomas, were really game for anything. None of it panned out, so after the release of the movie, they released 2 novels that Rob Thomas helped to write. And those are The $1,000 Tan Line and then the sequel, Mr. Kiss and Tell. Unfortunately, there's only been 2. I'm not okay. Anyways, $1,000 Tan Line picks up right where, the movie left off. And spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie, if you haven't gotten that already, Logan has gone back out to sea with the Navy. Veronica has taken over Mars investigations. Keith is still like in the hospital, and there's a lot of like unrest in Neptune. A girl on spring break goes missing, and like the head of the Neptune Grand, which is a familiar place if you've watched the show, comes to Veronica and says, "Yo, fix this before we lose all of our spring break ad revenue." She goes and she tries to do that. It's a really high profile case. It brings her back into contact with a lot of really random characters you thought you would never see again. And it is written in like the style of Rob Thomas. Obviously he didn't write it alone. There is another author build there who did, I think, a lot of the more novel writing, because Rob Thomas writes scripts. But because he's there, the handle on the characters is really great, and it keeps the spirit of the TV show and the movie alive, which I really loved, and I love that it was that faithful. I could literally hear like Kristen Bell saying all the words. She apparently reads the audiobook, which I did not know, but makes me want to listen to the audiobook because Kristen Bell is amazing. Anyways, I like $1,000 Tan Line. I think that it's an okay plot. The one weird thing about that book is that it actually brings back Veronica's mom, who is now married and has a kid, and it's just, they end up being very, very integral to the plot line as a whole. And that was kind of weird to me. Like, it felt more like a, haha, guess who we can bring back to fill this role, as opposed to like something that felt not jammed in plot-wise. But that's my biggest thing with that book. I think I like Mr. Kiss and Tell more because Logan is on leave for that book. Whereas in Thousand Dollar Tan Line, they're trying to communicate through Skype, and like it's not working out for him real well. In Mr. Kiss and Tell, Logan is back, and that I think really drives the heart of the story for me, because unlike in the TV show where I could get interested in the different plot lines as they were moving along, like the novels seem to really rely on one or two threads that are really hit close to home, and then all these other things kind of happening in the background just kind of happen. And I don't know if it's that I'm missing the gravity brought by the actors or what, but I really only got into Mr. Kiss and Tell because of the Veronica and Logan, and their struggle to her like trying to date someone who's in the Navy and becoming, you know, like a Navy girlfriend or wife, and trying to fit the Logan of now with the Logan that you saw 10 years ago, and not really giving him credit for the time in between. So a lot of really great conversations there between the two of them, and what's changed and what hasn't in their relationship. Also in Mr. Kiss and Tell, the main like person Veronica is trying to help is actually Grace Manning, who is Meg Manning's younger sister, like baby sister. It was a very small plot line in the Veronica Mars TV show, but bringing her back to be the main, client for Veronica in this book felt way more natural than what happened in the $1,000 Tan Line. And so Grace Manning has been raped by someone that she does not know or won't admit to knowing, and turns out Grace Manning, who is the daughter of the V religious Mannings, in order to pursue her dreams of being on the stage, has become a call girl. So it brings into it a lot of also discussion of if you are a sex worker, when you have a sexual assault case, there's not a lot of weight put behind that because people are like, you call girl, you asked for it. And so that also brought back way more of the heavy discussion topics that Veronica Mars was really good at handling, along with the great romance relationship and the funny snark. So I think Mr. Kiss and Tell was a better encapsulation of what Veronica Mars is good at, is the best at, really. So yeah, if you weren't thrilled by $1,000 Tan Line, please do read Mr. Kiss and Tell, because it's worth, I promise. And if you are worried about Veronica Mars skipping through 3 mediums, to TV show, to movie, to novels, I think that the fact that Rob Thomas has kept a very firm grip on the helm, and also kept all of the actors coming back, and a really good, strong vision for the characters themselves, it really allows what you love about the TV show to translate to the movie, to translate to the novels. So I think I gave both of them around 4 stars on Goodreads, but I just love Veronica Mars so much, but Mr. Kiss and Tell is definitely better. So yeah, that is my review on that. And hopefully I will actually be back next week. If you notice that this is on a Thursday, it's because Michaela and I are adjusting our video schedule, so bear with us through that. And hopefully we'll be back with a much more consistent schedule as we move forward. Again, we've been saying that since January, so here's my positive face. Hey, who knows, maybe Michaela will have one of our videos on how we're trying to schedule our lives. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Bye!